Well, my mother was a singer, and I would always shadow her voice, sing with her, behind her. If she stopped singing, I stopped singing. My dad loved music. If he stopped the music in the car, I stopped singing in the car. You know, my father's a really interesting character, and it took me time to get to know him. So now that I know that I know him, that I know that I know that I know, there was this one time I was in like level 3 or level 2. That's when you're like in daycare and like you're about to go to kindergarten. There's the levels. So I was about to graduate to go to kindergarten, and we sung "I Believe the Children Are the Future," Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. And my teacher came up to us after we sung and said, you know, someone wants to know if you guys want to sing it again without the music, without Whitney, a cappella. And at that time, I know I was like, no. And I probably was trying to out-sing Whitney, the greatest, you know, because Whitney was singing. But when we got this request, which now that I know that I know that I know it probably came from my dad, it wasn't going to happen. I said, no way. I went to the side of the stage and I stood there with my arms folded the whole time, and it never happened. But I want to say that in that moment, as being a child and having parents who allowed me to be so free and open with my gift, like whether it's singing or dancing or art, whatever it was, I knew that I was going to do something in that space. I just couldn't like conceptualize what that would lead to as far as professionally. It was just a love and a passion. From that moment, I want to say I spiraled out into music through I played The Wicked Witch of the West by accident in The Wizard of Oz in 3rd grade. I was a part of a dance company, Harlem Hospital Dance Clinic. And that's where I learned like ballet, jazz, tap, South African, West African, different type of African dance, discipline, etiquette. Worked on music and wrote poetry forever since I was probably in like 1st and 2nd grade. And that led into me, you know, rapping and then getting into the studio when I was about 13. And it's been something that I just honed and honed and honed and honed. So when I turned 17, 18 years old, taking that trip to Atlanta with James Groove Chambers, where I created lip gloss, and coming back to my city, having a nearby DJ play my record and getting the opportunity to be signed with a major record label, that was my big break to the world. I've hosted a dance show for 7 seasons, America's Best Dance Crew, where I was able to share my expertise with other dancers and, you know, give them advice for the next episode and the next episode. And I don't take it for granted that I was also able to, you know, play Lisa Left Eye Lopez, a legend of TLC, one of the biggest female groups of all times. And, you know, and as I continue on, I'm very thankful. And I just want to give perfection and be excellent in what I do, because I know there's another young girl coming up, just like I was, that's looking at what's of the world now and what they need to be able to live up to. And I want to give them a challenge. So I'm excited.